Hi folks, welcome to this video on Youth Sports Trust. So again, an organisation, a national organisation in the UK that is aimed at boosting participation, increasing physical activity. So I suppose the question that often comes up most about this is, how does Youth Sports Trust improve participation, increase sporting opportunities, and what's its role within school PE? So let's have a look at what the youth sport is and how it does all those aims, or how it achieves all those aims, sorry. Well, let's keep it nice and brief and to the point. What do they do? If it was to come up as a question, it's not going to be lots of marks, but you're going to have to say, 3-4 things. What do the Youth Sports Trust do? Remember, the big problem we have in this country, and I'm not slagging anyone off, I'm just saying it's an issue, is the quality of PE and sport in primary schools. There's not enough competitive sport. There's not enough sports specialist teachers in primary schools. Not their fault, okay? It's just the way it is. By the time you go to secondary school, you have subject specialist teachers. Whereas at primary school, your teacher is expected to teach you everything and they do a great job at it, but PE is not one of their priority subjects to get good at when they're doing their degrees in how to become primary school teachers. So we've got an issue in particular at primary schools. So what do the Youth Sports Trust do? Well, they provide coaching, session plans and sports equipment for primary and secondary schools, but in particular primary schools. Let's make a big deal of that. Okay. What else do they do? Well, they work with national governing bodies to boost participation. So if there is an issue at primary school and there aren't enough teachers being able to teach certain sports, let's get the FA, the ECB, the RFU, the RFL, the LTA, let's get some of their coaches to go in and work with local primary schools and run fun sports sessions to boost participation. As well as that, one of the roles of the Youth Sports Trust is to train new coaches. As the population increases, we need more coaches coaching these increased populations. More bigger class sizes or, more classes, great numbers of students at school, we need more coaches. They also run the TOPS programme. So the TOPS programme basically is a structured programme. It goes from something called Top Tots at 18 months of age to Top Sport at 16 to 18 years of age. So basically it's just a structured programme where you can target certain activities at certain age groups, and it is called the TOPS programme. They will also work with schools to open up their facilities after school hours for the local community to use, so we can boost participation that way. Along with that, let's create some club links. So, if we're creating more clubs at schools, let's have those clubs operating after school hours. So not only are they getting PE in timetable time, they're also getting more extracurricular sport after the timetable is over. And that will only work if you're opening up the school's facilities. And finally, they're there to target under-participation groups. Now, I'm not saying that these groups deliberately under-participate, for example, disabled children and girls. I'm saying there is often a lack of opportunity, lack of role models, lack of support in working with these particular populations. So the Youth Sports Trust will have coaching specialists to help target these particular groups and boost participation for these young people. So there are quite a few ways in which the Youth Sports Trust will try and boost participation. Hope you found this video useful, folks.